Hello and welcome back. Today's vlog is really special. I was on the way to India for our summer break. It was a long journey from Cork to London, then to Delhi, and finally to my hometown, Kolkata. There is no happier feeling than going home. That mix of comfort, nostalgia, and excitement. Kolkata, with its history, culture, food, and warmth, will always have my heart. From evenings at Prinsep Ghat to Victoria Memorial, Maidan, and the buzz of Park Street, every corner is filled with memories.
I go home alone.
The next morning welcomed me with rain. And of course, a classic Kolkata morning always begins with aloo sabji, hot puri, and a plate of mishti doi and rasgulla. That's non negotiable.
Leave behind my safe escape.
After some much needed rest, I couldn't wait to tick off one of the first things on my list, a saloon visit. If you live abroad, you will totally relate. Getting your hair done in India is an absolute must. Post that, we stopped at our favorite cafe for some chai and snacks, followed by a bit of street side shopping and yes, sari shops hopping. Because when you are in Kolkata, you can't really resist that. Street shopping in Kolkata is incomplete without a visit to Goria Hut. From vibrant saris to trendy oxidized jewelry, it's truly a paradise for every shopper. The colors, the patterns, the designs, everything is so beautiful. I honestly wish I could take them all home with me.
Wish that I could stay in this moment forever so I can hold you in my arms.
When you are in Kolkata, one thing is for sure you have to eat loads of food. While the July heat made it tricky to step out, we relied on Swiggy deliveries most days. But there were still a few must visit places on my Kolkata checklist that I couldn't miss. The IG popular Ramani Cafe in Calcutta Turf Club was one amongst them. With its heritage decor, warm lighting, and vintage inspired interiors, it was cozy and inviting, while the aroma of filter coffee and authentic dishes perfectly captured southern hospitality in Kolkata.
You will grow up in the blink of an eye and move out and beyond your.
The week after, we visited our ancestral house. Walking through the familiar doors brought back so many memories. The smell of old furnitures, the garden where we played as kids, and the warm, comforting aura of childhood memories. Spending time there felt like stepping into a different world, one full of love, stories, and nostalgia. We were warmly welcomed at one of our uncle's home for lunch. I was visiting this place after almost a decade, so I couldn't resist capturing a few special moments. A house full of so many family members, yet so neatly kept and organized. The puja room had authentic Bengali vibes, and the garden was a little paradise, bursting with fruits like banana, lime, coconut, jackfruit, and colorful flowers. The kind of greenery that instantly makes you feel relaxed and at home. And the lunch was a classic Bengali thali. I'm honestly running out of words to describe how delicious it was. After a little gupshup, we headed back to Kolkata. On the way back, we also did some sari shopping, and these are just a few of the saris and ready-made blouses I picked up while shopping. As my Kolkata trip was coming to an end, I knew it wouldn't be complete without visiting an authentic Bengali restaurant. So we headed to another Instagram popular spot, Shonar Tori in Salt Lake. The moment you step in, you are greeted with a warm, inviting ambience that blends modern elegance with traditional Bengali touches. The food was served in beautiful kansa utensils, and the Bengali thalis are presented so perfectly, making the dining experience feel truly special. It was time to say goodbye to Kolkata and we flew to Chennai. The next day, we had a cab booked for a trip to Tirupati. Visiting Tirupati and experiencing the divine darshan of Lord Balaji is truly blissful. Like any other day, Tirumala was bustling with devotees. The whole process of queuing for tickets and darshan took nearly 7 hours. Since electronics aren't allowed inside, I had to leave my camera in the car, which means no visuals. But honestly, the experience itself is unforgettable. The next day, we had breakfast at the hotel, and it was time to say goodbye to filter coffee and hello to parathas. Yes, we were on the last leg of our India trip heading to my in laws. On the way from Delhi, the cab driver suggested a roadside dhaba, and honestly, we couldn't have asked for a better stop. We ordered aloo, gobi, and paneer parathas to try all the varieties. Freshly out of tandoor, served with amul butter and spicy achar. It was exactly the kind of lunch we were craving after landing in North India. To quench our thirst, we grabbed some shikanji and carried on with our trip to Uttarakhand. The next few days were all about relaxing at home, and Ronav had the best time. He pretty much mastered playing cricket and even flying kites.
Oh yeah, you have to cut that.
We started our journey towards Almora to visit some of the most popular temples and seek blessings. Our first stop was the famous Chitai Golu Devta Mandir. This temple is dedicated to Golu Devta, who is believed to be the god of justice in Uttarakhand. What makes it truly unique are the thousands of letters, petitions hung around the temple, written by devotees seeking his blessings and justice in their lives. The whole atmosphere felt so powerful yet peaceful, surrounded by the beauty of the mountains. It's truly a must-visit temple if you are in Uttarakhand. After seeking blessings, we stopped for a simple yet hearty Pahari lunch. Dal, roti, aloo gobi and my all-time favorite Pahari aloo ke gutke. If you haven't tried Pahari aloo ke gutke and cucumber raita, you must. It's a local favorite and such a treat. After almost 6 hours of driving, we finally reached our homestay, Green Village Eco Resort in Jageshwar. Surrounded by pine forests and breathtaking mountain views, the place was so serene and peaceful, the perfect escape into nature. The cottages at the resort were cozy and rustic, with stunning views of the surrounding mountains right from the balcony. The next morning, we visited Jageshwar Dham to offer puja. Performing Shivji's puja at Jageshwar temple always feels incredibly spiritual and peaceful. Surrounded by centuries old temples and the Deodar trees forest, it was a deeply humbling experience, connecting you to both history and divinity. By evening, we attended the special aarti, and the temple looked absolutely divine with all the lights on. You really have to visit Jageshwar Dham to experience it. The next day, on our way back to Haldwani, we stopped at the Neem Karoli Baba temple, marking another beautiful moment of our India trip. It was finally time to say goodbye to friends and family and head to the next destination for a short holiday before flying back to Ireland. I hope you enjoyed coming along on this India travel vlog. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back very soon with my next video. Till then, take care. See you next time.